How are you?
I am great. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. I've been just super busy with this Halloween madness, but I'm
Right.
so grateful. Everything is amazing.
You know what's so funny? I love Halloween. The fact that you are able to like be someone else for a day, if that makes sense, and dress
Oh
up
my
as
God,
someone
I
else.
love that.
Where are you dressing up?
Okay, yes. So I already dressed up as a sporty Barbie,
Oh, nice.
as Baywatch. So my favorite look is my Madonna because my boyfriend gonna be Dennis Rodman.
Oh,
And it's so funny because he's a basketball player. And
uh-huh.
I think Mandana kind of look good uh for me because I'm a blonde. So I'm in love with that. But the Baywatch is so good. I still don't know if I want to redo the Baywatch or do Madonna.
I mean, Baywatch. Are you in LA? Are you in California?
Yes, yes, in
I
LA.
mean, come on
With
now.
my inflatable and with
Yes. I mean, you almost kind of have to do Baywatch, maybe run to the beach, take some pictures right quick. You know what I'm saying? To make it really official.
yes, yes. I think Baywatch is it. For me was the look of this Halloween.
I feel like
But
that
what
would
is
be
it? Sorry, go ahead.
no, I feel like that would be the look, the Baywatch.
Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna be Baywatch one last time tonight.
Yes, please. Were
I
you were gonna ask me something?
was going to ask, what is your favorite character you ever want to be in Halloween? I'm just curious.
Probably. Well, you know what's funny? I feel like as an adult, I haven't dressed up as much as I used to as a child. But whenever I was a child, I would make my mom buy me a Spider-Man outfit, which is really
Mhm.
interesting because I'm not even into like that, but I just love the look of the Spider-Man outfit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it look cool. I know every boy, little boy, want to be a Spider-Man at some phase for sure.
Right. And it's I think it's mainly, just throwing the webs out of your hand
Yeah.
and whatnot. I think that's the coolest ever.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I actually have two children. That's something people mostly don't know about me because I'm so private about it. And yeah, my son, he's 8 years old now, but he
Mhm.
used to be Spider-Man for quite a few years.
At least it was easy. You didn't have to continuously trying to find outfits for his Halloween. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah, boys are easy.
Yeah. So what else is happening with you? Tell me all the things.
Okay, sure. Yes. So I want to introduce myself. So
Mhm.
my name is Mandana Bolourchi. As you know, I'm Persian. I was born in Iran. I was raised between Iran, Europe, Dubai, and US.
Mhm.
So for past 10 years, I have the home in LA and I'm going back and forth. And I've been here permanently for the last 3 years. I'm an entrepreneur, socialite,
Yes.
an influencer, and I'm launching my own hair product line in January,
Mhm.
which we worked for almost 2 years with one of my very good friends. And I'm so excited about that's the most exciting thing happening right now.
Is it nerve-wracking
It is,
launching?
of course.
Is it really why?
Okay, so you are giving a product to people that you want it to be the best, obviously, because it's your name, your brand, and so you just want people to enjoy it as much as you do, and you want to just make everyone pleased with any type of hair, with any type of lifestyle.
Mhm.
So yeah, it is of course nerve-wracking, but also very, I like it's so pleasant for me, because I really love creative stuff, to go over different like colors or bristles. We have like some very nice,
Mhm.
beautiful products coming out. And yeah, I also think like that's a very big pleasure to be able to be that productive.
Now, you know what's interesting? I would think when you're coming out with like a hair care line, you are
Mhm.
literally in the lab with a white coat on. You have like one of those things over your head, and you're constantly like smelling things and using things to see if it works. Does that actually happen?
So we did smell a lot. I think me and my friend, but we weren't in a lab. So they
Uh-huh.
would the FedEx it to us. But
Oh,
yeah. But yeah, we would just smell a lot of things. And sometimes, something that smells amazing, but you want to see if it will be like as durable, like it will stay as good. So there's so many things that we tried on ourselves because we really wanted to give people something that we didn't find it in the market, so we be able to give people, the girls, something that we wanted to and we weren't able to find. But yeah, it is so much fun. That part that they send you all the scents or all those things are really amazing and fun.
Is it almost surreal when you think about like all of the things that's about to come out, like this hair care line, and you're thinking like, wow, this is really about to be my thing?
Oh, yes, it is. It is. I have to say, like, especially for me that I'm obsessed with hair and beauty, and it always been my thing. I studied architecture, like I was in a whole different life before I going public on Instagram. I started like following my dream. But yeah, it is like literally my dream come true. And when I look at my product, I'm like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. And this is ours. Oh my God. Yeah, it is very surreal for sure.
What do you say to people that constantly wants to grow their Instagram? They want to end up getting all of the followers. Like, how do you, I guess, tell them to pursue that or pursue, socialite and being an influencer? How do you answer that question?
Okay, so for me, it was a little bit different, and I have to tell you why, because I was doing everything that a socialite does. Like I was kind of like in a mix in LA. I was doing to all these events, to Oscars, like Grammys, this, that, but it was just very private. But I had my connections with all the brands, all the events, it was not that I started all of a sudden out of nowhere, but going obviously, and I had a background back home that I was a little bit like known. So, but going to work in LA, but working in LA and want to be somebody in here, obviously, yeah, was my challenge. So I can talk about that part. I think the most important thing is just to be consistent, because it goes the days that you're like, oh, some people unfollowed me. Like I remember I went on 10,000 and then immediately some people unfollowed me. And I was like, yay. I was at a breakfast table with my family. I'm like, guess what happened? I have 10,000 followers. And then I was like, yes. And I refreshed and I was like 9,900.
Oh.
So you should not get disappointed, just be consistent, not get disappointed, and be creative in whatever you love. And I really believe if you do what you love, you're going to be the best at it. And people will realize how how like unique you are. Yeah. So that would be my advice.
What's interesting is how I think it would be crazy to me constantly having to feed this beast. You know what I'm saying? Because you constantly have to post, you constantly have to be, like how you said, consistent, like feeding the beast.
Yes, the one thing that people should understand is like a real job. Like first of all, you cannot put some nonsense out there. So if you are talking about beauty or health or whatever, you have to be educated about it. You have to share some information with people that is useful for them. So you need to constantly educate yourself because there's so many new products all the time. You need to, be really advanced in all that, whatever field you are trying to get into, fashion, beauty, everything is constantly changing. So yeah, you really need to be focused at least few hours a day on it.
So I was reading that you are a philanthropist. What are some of the causes that you are really passionate about?
Definitely any woman empowering was always my thing, like any woman empowering movement or charities. So since I was young, I was into charities because my dad is a philanthropy. So I would see him doing it and it would make me want to be a part of it. And then I found myself getting really involved with everything was women and children based. So I did help with my dad, and we founded a charity that we would help women in need, like any woman that has been victim of life, especially in back home, because they usually sometimes unfortunately they face like bad marriages that they cannot get out of it. So I really got involved in getting them lawyers, helping them get divorced, helping them find a job after, get them a place, like to help them to get to the moment that they are ready to, they're able to find their way. And here in LA, when I came, I worked with House of Alexandria, which is very similar to what we've done back home.
Mhm.
They help women that have been victim of life. And I helped with children hospitals and UNICEF in here, but so many charities of women and children based back home in Iran.
You know what's interesting? The fact that you grew up around it and you continue to do what you saw your father did. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's really dope.
Yes, it is. It really is part of who I am, because that's how I grew up, enjoying or packing these packages or going to just a normal date with my dad. We would go to this charity and I would just observe. And that was really something that I wanted to do.
Is it hard to fit that into the mix with everything that you're doing?
Honestly, it's hard to fit anything in the mix, when you have so much things going on, but for me, it's so natural. I think that's the biggest thing, except my children. Charity is the biggest thing that would help me feel so good about myself. So that's why I would always have some time for it. I always have some time to do some little help here and there, or big, whatever that comes we can get from different charities, that I always ask them if there's anything I can help with. So yeah, I think it's very natural. It's not even hard.
It's second nature for you, being as though you
Yes,
grew up around it.
yes, it is for sure.
Tell me some of the things that you are working on next.
Oh, so charity wise or generally?
Just generally.
Okay, yeah. So one thing that I really want to talk about right now that is really in my mind is about the things happening in Iran right now.
Mhm.
So I just want to educate people that are listening to this, to our interview today, to know that a woman was killed in Iran by morality police because she didn't have proper hijab. And so people been dealing with so many injustice and nonsense for 43 years. And I think this girl's murder was a moment that everyone was fed up, and everyone's right now is in the streets of Iran for over 40 days, sorry, they are protesting and they're getting killed, and they keep going to the streets the day after.
Mhm.
So that's one thing that is mostly in my mind right now, because every day I wake up, I just want to check the news and see what's happening back home, and in a hope that something good gonna happen there.
And
That's
I was about to say, it also has to be, so you have to wake up feeling sad when you wake up and you see the news. And first of all, you see that this even happened, and second of all, like, if there's no progress being made towards it. If that makes
it's
sense.
very depressing.
Right.
It's very depressing. And I cannot imagine how depressing it is for the people who are living it right now. They hear people in the street screaming, and then hear the gunshots, and the day after they still go out in the streets. Yeah, it is very heartbreaking and depressing, but at the same time hopeful to see that people are that courageous and that fearless, to demand their justice. That's the biggest thing that I think is in my mind right now. But work-wise, I'm launching my hair products in January. As I said, it's me and my very good friend.
Mhm.
And I have a TV show that we're gonna start filming on January, but I cannot also say anything about that. How is it with
Not yet. Is it on Netflix or am I tripping?
no, we cannot say anything about it
Nothing.
yet.
Okay.
But there's one other thing. I actually have a full episode that's gonna be aired November 4th. It's Selling Beverly Hills. So make sure you watch that. I think it's really fun. It's an episode of me trying to find my dream house.
Mhm.
So I'm really excited to watch it, because it's almost a year ago that we filmed it. And I just
Well,
want to,
sidebar, did you find your house?
no, I did. I decided to just stay, stay in my house. I didn't, but the show was fun.
That is amazing. Well, it was a pleasure chatting with you. Also, just letting us know what is going on. And we appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. It was my pleasure and so nice meeting you.
So nice meeting you too.
Have a happy Halloween and have a great day.
You too. You too.